Madam President, without any contradiction or condition, it is the position of the members of the Senate and indeed the government of Belize that this bill is important, it is transformative, it is in the Belizean people's interest, and we seek the support of the entire Senate for this modernizing piece of social legislation. Madam President, we are debating a matter of constitutional importance. This is a human rights issue. I put it as high as that because, Madam President, for too long we have allowed in our country infants to be married and infants to be married with the consent of their parents.
There have been instances when children are pressured to, some cases some would say practically sold off to, grown men who want to marry little girls, especially because that's the target of the criminal activities that have been taking place in terms of this concept. Madam President, what I know for sure, in the criminal courts in particular, you would have these men who would commit the crime of unlawful carnal knowledge, Madam President, who would be engaged in sexual acts with young girls under 16 years old, and to protect them from prosecution, they would go and bribe the parents or bribe the people to have these children, marry them so that they can't, under the law, as their wife, testify against them in a court of law, which gets them scot-free from that very, very egregious crime. It is a good piece of legislation, Madam President. I think that marriage is such a serious act and a serious responsibility that you can only be engaged in that act on your own free will.